When a new gardening season begins, the soil, like the human heart, must be awakened. After months of resting beneath dry leaves and old roots, it carries both memory and exhaustion. To grow new life, we must first revive what lies beneath our feet, the living world of soil. True fertility doesn't come from chemical bags or store-bought boosters. It grows from patience, observation, and the harmony between nature's waste and renewal. In this video, we will learn how to make new garden beds at the start of the season using 2 different natural methods, and then bring those beds to life with a special biochar-rich liquid potion, a natural mixture that restores the soul of the soil and gives long-lasting fertility. This is a complete process, from building the bed layer by layer to feeding it with living microbes that strengthen plants from the roots upward. Method number 1. Bamboo raised garden. Choose an area and mark it. For this project, we are making a circular bed. A circle is not only attractive, but it also makes watering and planting easier because you can reach from all sides without trouble. Once the circle is ready, the fun part begins. Last year, we used bamboo branches as trellises for climbing plants. Those same bamboo sticks are now going to get a new life. One by one, they are pushed into the soil along the marked circle. No fancy tools are needed, just a heavy stone to help drive them in. Slowly, the shape of the bed begins to appear. These simple bamboo sticks, which might have been thrown away, are now forming the wall of our raised bed. And to make sure they stay firm, a rope is tied all around them. With every knot, the structure becomes stronger and more secure. Of course, a frame alone cannot hold soil. We need something inside to keep the soil from spilling out. That's where cardboard comes in. Old boxes that might have ended up in the trash are now turned into a protective wall. The pieces of cardboard are placed around the inside of the bamboo ring, edges overlapping so there are no gaps. This simple layer holds the soil neatly and, over time, will break down and enrich the bed. What looked like waste is suddenly becoming useful again. Now comes the heart of the bed, the soil layers. The very first layer is garden loam. Loamy soil is known to be the best for plants because it has a perfect mix of sand, silt, and clay. It is not too heavy, not too light. It holds water without drowning the roots and keeps nutrients available for plants. By putting it at the base, we are giving the plants a strong foundation to grow. But soil alone is not enough. Plants love organic matter, so the next layer is dried grass. Grass clippings are often thrown away, but here they become a gift to the soil. As the grass decomposes, it adds nitrogen, which makes plants lush and green. It also keeps the bed soft and breathable, encouraging worms to come and make tunnels that improve aeration. The grass works like hidden food for the soil, feeding it slowly and naturally. On top of that grass goes another layer of soil. This layer seals the organic matter inside, creating a sandwich of fertility. The grass starts to break down under the soil, releasing nutrients slowly, while the roots above find a good home in the loamy mix. It is a simple method, yet it mirrors how forests build soil naturally over time. The final touch is the most important, the top layer of fully decomposed manure. This is not fresh waste, but well-rotted, rich organic matter. Manure is like a complete meal for plants. It contains nitrogen for leaves, phosphorus for roots and flowers, and potassium to make plants strong against diseases. Because it is already broken down, there is no danger of burning plants. Instead, it acts as a slow-release fertilizer that keeps feeding the crops for months. It also improves soil structure, making it light, crumbly, and full of life. At this stage, the raised bed looks complete, but there is one last job to do: watering. A generous amount of water is poured over the bed. The water helps the soil settle, removes any air pockets, and starts the process of life inside the bed. Microbes, which were sleeping in the soil and manure, wake up when they get moisture. Method number 2. In this method, we will make another garden bed by ancient but most trusted way. The first thing we're going to do is clear the bed from all weeds, but don't throw them away. Weeds are not garbage. They are one of the best free materials you can use in your garden. You can dry them and use them later as mulch to cover your soil, keeping it moist and cool. Or you can turn them into powerful liquid fertilizer that gives plants a deep green color and strong growth. If you want to learn how to do that, check our channel. We already have several videos showing the full process. Once your bed is free from weeds, take a shovel or a garden fork and start breaking the large chunks of soil. Don't rush this step. Work through the soil slowly and break every hard piece you find. This simple step makes a big difference. It helps air reach deeper layers of soil, improves drainage, and makes it easier for plant roots to spread later on. When the soil feels loose and soft, level it out gently with your shovel. You want the bed to be flat and even so that water spreads equally across the surface. Now we'll start adding the first organic layer, a layer of cover crop material. You can use chopped green plants, grass clippings, or other leafy material. Simply spread them all over the bed evenly. This might look like a small step, but it's incredibly powerful. Cover crops feed the soil with natural nutrients as they decompose. They also help increase the number of beneficial microorganisms that make your soil alive. These tiny creatures are what transform dead organic matter into nutrients that plants can actually absorb. Cover crops also improve soil texture, help retain moisture, and reduce erosion. In simple words, they make your soil rich and full of life again. After this, add a layer of loamy garden soil. Loamy soil is soft, crumbly, and rich in minerals. It helps plants develop strong roots because it can hold moisture while also allowing excess water to drain away. This balance is what keeps roots healthy. Not too wet, not too dry. Spread it evenly so that it blends nicely with the cover crop layer below it. This new soil layer works as a natural sponge, pulling nutrients from below and keeping them close to where your plant roots will grow later. Now comes the most exciting part, our special mixture, which we made about a week ago. It's a combination of weeds, crushed charcoal, and compost, mixed together into a powerful soil booster. We've made a complete detailed video on our channel explaining how to prepare this mixture, so make sure to check that out for the step-by-step guide. Spread this mixture evenly over the top of your bed. Each ingredient in this mix plays an important role. The weeds provide natural nutrients and plant enzymes that help other organic materials decompose faster. The crushed charcoal improves the structure of the soil. It holds nutrients, keeps harmful bacteria away, and maintains moisture balance. The next step is to add fully decomposed manure. This is one of the most important parts of the bed. Manure is an amazing natural fertilizer. It's full of essential nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, and it slowly releases them over time. That means your plants get a steady supply of food instead of a quick rush that fades away fast. Manure also improves the texture of the soil, making it easier to work with, and it encourages beneficial microbes to multiply. Over time, you'll notice your soil becoming darker, softer, and richer. That's the sign of healthy, living earth. Once you've spread everything evenly, water the bed gently. The water helps all the layers settle and begin the natural decomposition process. Within a few weeks, all the organic materials will start breaking down, and you'll notice the top layer turning darker and softer. That's your new, living soil forming. It will be ready for planting soon, and when you start growing in it, you'll see a visible difference in plant growth and health. Method number 3, combo of biochar and green fertilizer. On my channel, I have already shown how to make biochar to enrich your garden bed soil. We've also made a liquid fertilizer using green materials from the garden to feed our plants with nutrients and boost the number of helpful microbes in the soil. But in this video, we're taking things to the next level. We're going to combine both, biochar and liquid fertilizer, to make one powerful liquid that will completely change the way you do organic gardening. This mixture is not just good for your plants, it also improves your soil in ways that are long-lasting and deeply effective. So stick around, because the recipe we're about to share is something you'll want to try in your garden right away. To start, you'll need 2 separate containers. We are using buckets that can hold about 15 liters of water. You don't need anything fancy. Even old paint buckets will work. Just make sure they are clean. In the first container, we're going to add fresh greens from the garden. These can be anything: weeds, leaf trimmings, or cover crops like clover or fenugreek. These green materials are full of nutrients like nitrogen and other minerals that break down and feed the soil. After you've filled the bucket halfway with greens, add a small amount of compost, or if you don't have compost, just use garden soil. This helps introduce beneficial microbes that will speed up the breakdown process and add life to the mix. Mix everything well, then pour in non-chlorinated water or rainwater until the bucket is nearly full. Stir again and cover the bucket loosely so that gases can escape, but bugs don't get in. Now let's move to the second container. This is where the magic of biochar begins. If you had a recent bonfire or wood-burning session, collect the charcoal, the black, powdery, or chunky stuff, not the white ash. Crush the charcoal into very small pieces, almost like powder if you can. The finer the better, because it increases surface area and allows more microbes to attach. Put this crushed charcoal into your second bucket. Again, add a bit of compost or garden soil and pour in rainwater or non-chlorinated water. Stir everything well and cover loosely, just like the first one. Now set both of these buckets aside in a shady spot. Leave them for at least 7 days. But we waited 15 days for best results. After this time, you'll notice a smell. Strong, earthy, but not rotten. That means your brew is alive and full of microbial activity. Now comes the fun part. Get a third empty container and pour equal amounts of liquid from both buckets into it. This is where the biochar liquid and the green liquid meet. Mix well. You can now dilute this mix using a ratio of 1 part liquid to 8 parts water. Use this diluted mixture to water your plants. It will boost their growth, strengthen their roots, and protect them from disease. The microbes help break down nutrients in the soil and make them available to the plants, while the biochar acts like a sponge, holding moisture and nutrients near the roots. This combination is especially useful during dry or hot seasons when plants get stressed easily. But there is a second method too, even more powerful. Instead of diluting the liquid, you can use the concentrated form directly on your garden bed. This is especially helpful when you're preparing a bed for planting or want to revive a tired one. Start by applying a layer of worm castings on the garden bed. Worm castings are one of the best natural fertilizers. They are rich in nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and contain beneficial microbes and enzymes that help improve soil structure and fertility. Castings also help improve water retention in the soil and make nutrients more available to plants. After spreading the worm castings, pour the concentrated liquid directly over the bed. You don't need to add water here. This concentrated form will soak into the soil and mix with the worm castings, feeding the microbes already there and bringing in more. The biochar in the mix will hold onto the nutrients and microbes like a sponge, preventing them from washing away and slowly releasing them over time. This method transforms your bed into a living, breathing system full of life. It improves the structure of the soil, adds long-term fertility, and makes it easier for roots to grow deep and strong. You'll see greener leaves, faster growth, and better resistance against pests and diseases. If you like this method, make sure to check out our channel for more natural fertilizers, sprays, and garden care tips. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like the video.